Previously on Backpacker Diaries.
It's easy to see why this is such a popular spot among day hikers and backpackers alike. Just spotted a different type of salamander. We are 500 miles from Katahdin at this point. I just barely dodged the two substantial storm bands that came through.
Took a boat onto the water, gentle mist upon the surface, floating colors, scattered rainbows. Sunrise, sunrise, dawn coming over the horizon, shadows fade into the light, morning rays compel the night on its way, pinning up a new day.
It's July 14th and getting back on the trail with Yesery Bob today after a zero at the hostel associated with the Yellow Deli and the 12 Tribes. Really enjoyed my stay there. They're really nice people who are very generous with their donation-based hostel, but I'm definitely ready to get back on the trail here today and make that last push through northern Vermont and into New Hampshire. So we're on Highway 4 here, headed up toward In at the Long Trail, so we'll see how we go. Just wanted to give a thank you shout out to Yesery Bob and Dogcatcher Dave for their help with the transportation around Rutland, as well as some very tasty burgers on my first night there. Do you have anything to add?
Just glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Glad we could reconnect in Rutland.
Willow wisp and river grasses, bending down to touch the earth, dark romance voices pulsing soundly. Sunrise, sunrise, dawn coming over the horizon, shadows fade into the light, morning rays compel the night on its way, pinning up a new day.
Still making my way up towards the lookout cabin. We had planned to stop at the Stony Brook Shelter. Sadly, there's been some bear issues due to poor food storage choices. With some very eminent bear presence there today and yesterday, we're pressing on to the lookout cabin. It actually does not have a water source nor a privy, so it's a little more rustic in that sense. It's felt like it's been on the verge of raining all day, but been able to beat the storm so far. I've got Yesery Bob and Izzy, as well as Detour, who's carrying a ukulele also. And Detour is actually serving as a correspondent this summer on one of my very favorite podcasts called Sounds of the Trail. It was neat to meet him, and I look forward to hearing some of his work in an upcoming episode of Sounds of the Trail. But now I've just got a couple miles to go here, and confident I'll get there before dark. But yeah, it'll be also setting a new personal best for me as far as miles per day are concerned, which will be 17 miles and change. So I'll see how we go through the dark, sort of haunted forest here.
The eyes of children mark her passage, silent questions stirring memories of a lifetime long forgotten. Sunrise, sunrise, dawn coming over the horizon, into the light. Morning rays compel the night on its way, filling up a new day.
Today is July 13th, and I'm up here at the lookout on top of a cabin where there used to be a lookout for fires here, and now it's just a cabin that supports hikers and is located on the lookout farm. There's quite a bird's eye view from up here in the lookout tower. And today we may get off and take a quick trip into town for lobster rolls in Woodstock. We have our choice of a couple different shelters. One's about 13 miles from here, and then there's another one a couple miles after that.
From a boat she took a basket filled with love and hopes and dreams, fell from her fingers, drifting out to all directions. Sunrise, sunrise, dawn burning over the horizon, shadows fade into the light, morning rays compel the night on its way, filling up the new day with life.
Nicely done.
Good here. Hefty.
What do you think about that?
Girl magic.
Today's July 16th, and we're about to enjoy our last full day in Vermont here. Covered roughly 13 or so miles yesterday, so for the second time this week I've covered 30 miles in 2 days. Made a stop at a farm stand off of, what was that highway? Do you know?
Oh, that was Highway 12, I believe, the farm stand.
Yeah, and they served fresh raspberries and fresh pies, ice cream and such, so that was a quality stop. It's a little hotter yesterday, but we got to take a dip in the creek there at Pomfret, next to Pomfret Road. And today we've got a little over 10 miles on our way to the Happy Hill Shelter. We'll probably make a stop also in West Hartford, Vermont, and we'll see how we go.
Today I touch what I see, texture, color, all there at the tips of my fingers.
Just stopped into the Thistle Hill Shelter, and pretty neat little open feel of the privy here. Actually has a 360-degree screen around it.
Today I touch what I see, plains and valleys. How long has it been since I touched warm, soft light? Stillness, breathless, edged art, all embraced, made in the reality, in the touching, in the tips of my fingers.
Today's July 17th. We spent our last night in Vermont here at the Happy Hill Shelter, and heading into the Norwich, Hanover area We actually might be spending one more night in Vermont, but it'll be in town at the home of a trail angel there in either Norwich or Hanover. Special thanks to Randy and Linda, who treated Detour Izzy and I to some cold drinks and even a jump into the nice cold White River there that flows through West Hartford, Vermont. So if you're walking through West Hartford, be sure to stop at the barn there and have a cold drink, courtesy of Randy and Linda. Thanks again for that. In any case, we're gonna enjoy our last moments here in Vermont and see how we go. Vermont finished up nicely after the long trail split from the Appalachian Trail near Killington there. We enjoyed the last 50 miles over about 3 nights, 4 days as well, with a near zero day on the last day. There was definitely a significant bear problem at one of the shelters, but other than that, yeah, the shelters were in great shape for the most part. The lookout cabin was definitely a highlight as well, and overall really enjoyed the Vermont section.
Today I touch what I see, life intrinsic. Tomorrow I will touch with my fingers, warm, soft, alive. Stillness, breathless, edged art, all embraced.
On the next Backpacker Diaries.
Today, Yesery Bob and I will be headed northbound towards Glencliff. A snake crossed our path. Maybe that's good luck. Sure is a sweaty climb. Came up on a different type of snake than I've seen before.
Now, are you fellas the last then coming from Smarts?